Hi gamers and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be going through the patch notes for Season 9, which are all the buffs and nerfs. So let's get right into the video.
Sway.
So first, the lag attachment 13.0 OSW para got a buff, with the head multiplier increasing from 1.5x to 2.3x, and they added a 7% fire interval buff. The BP50 attachment .30 Russian short 60 round mag got a nerf. They increased the muzzle velocity from 5% to 15%, and they added 8% to the strafe speed, which will make this gun very difficult to use. The Grau 5.56 attachment ZLR Drifter A08 barrel received a buff. They added 6% to the fire interval. The Kilo 141 attachment Marksman barrel received a buff. They reduced the strafe speed from 15% to 5%. The Type 25 got a buff, also reducing the hit flinch from 0.9 to 0.8, and reducing the sprint to fire time from 170 milliseconds to 140 milliseconds. The GSK got a buff, also changing the damage profile from 33, 32, 24, 19 to 34, 32, 25, 19, and reducing the ADS time from 240 milliseconds to 220 milliseconds. The AGR 556 got a huge buff, reducing the ADS from 230 milliseconds to 210 milliseconds, and also changing the damage profile from 25, 21, 17, 15 to 25, 23, 19, 17. Also, two attachment got a buff, one being the 30R 5.56mm mag, having a removed additional damage boost, an increased head multiplier from 1.1x to 1.6x, an increased chest multiplier from 1.1x to 1.3x, and an increased stomach and arm multiplier to 1.2x, and the other attachment being the 60R 5.56mm mag, having a removed additional damage boost, an increased head multiplier from 1.1x to 1.4x, an increased chest, stomach and arm multiplier to 1.2x, and a 12% horizontal recoil buff. The Pharaoh received a buff, which is an increased recoil recovery speed and reduced recovery delay. Also, the Ranger 4 grip got a buff, which is an increased horizontal recoil reduction from 3.7% to 16%. The SKS got a buff, which is an increase to the upper arm multiplier from 0.8x to 0.9x, a reduced hit flinch from 2 to 1.4, and moving the screen while firing will cancel additional recoil recovery after stop firing. The MK2 received a buff, which is a reduced ADS time from 390 milliseconds to 330 milliseconds, and a reduced hit flinch from 2.4 to 1.6. The D13 sector received a buff, which is an increased projectile speed and an increased number of bounces. The machine pistol got a buff, which is an increase in the base damage range, single pistol only, from 8, 15 to 11, 18. The TAK5 gets a buff, which is an increased health boost from 50 to 60. The Havoc Operator got a buff, with as an increase effective range, a increase effective radius from 90 degrees to 180 degrees, a increase points obtained, the Havoc being disable after uses from 25 to 50, and the Havoc assist from 10 to 30. The MQ-27 Dragonfire got a nerf, which is a decrease ammo capacity from 4 to 3, and a decrease enemy reveal duration from 15 seconds to 10 seconds. The Cryo Bomb got a buff, which is an increase effective radius from 5 meters to 6 meters. The Recon perk got a buff, which is an increase enemy detection radius from 9 meters to 12 meters. The Serpentine perk got a buff, which is an increased damage reduction from 10% to 12%. The Refitter class got a buff, which is a slight increase to the bullet damage reduction. The Trap Master got a buff, which is a slight decrease to the energy required for activation. So that's all the patch notes for Season 9. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.